This week on the Peace Podcast.
Dedication, hard work, plus patience. Some more of my sacrifice. I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. Dedication. Dedication. Look.
Welcome to a new edition of Peace Podcast. I'm your host, Garrett Hatley.
Yeah.
With the lovely Alexis Harris eating Oreo ice cream.
Woo!
And the fabulous Leonard Matthews.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
All right. I hope everyone's been doing great. Before we start off this podcast, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Pew pew. And follow us on Instagram and
Hey, you heard
Facebook.
the man. Hit that subscribe button. Yes.
Hit it and
Thank
follow
you.
us and get involved.
Thank
Please and a thank you. This week's, well, I guess before we even start, has everyone's week been going great?
Yeah, everything's been going good. I got some maintenance, I guess. I guess maintenance sound bad what I'm about to say. But I want to hit some news real quick. So, playoffs have started.
And the Lakers aren't in it.
NBA. Yeah, LeBron didn't make the playoffs for the first time in like 30 years.
Good. Maybe he won't be able to make a shoe this time.
Oh,
No,
man.
he's still
Poor
probably
LeBron. Yeah, so there's a lot of drama with the Lakers. Moving on, Tiger just won the Masters.
Dude.
So we're a week behind, but Tiger just won the Masters.
No, we're not a week behind.
And?
He just won last night.
Yeah, I know. He just won last night, but they're not hearing this.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's
we-
true. Okay. Y'all
Just
week
so you
behind.
guys know, yeah, we do these on Mondays, but we post them on Mondays, which means that you're hearing it the Monday after the Monday.
True.
If
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
And then most
Yeah.
importantly, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Had his funeral last Thursday. Rapper / activist out of LA. Was doing a lot of great things. Exemplified peace. He's pursuing excellence and cherishing everyone in his life. So
How did he pass away?
R.I.P. Nipsey. He was shot and killed. From what I know, I think it was his cousin or something like that. Had just gotten out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to take him pretty much to get some clothes and stuff like that, and somebody pulled up on him for no reason at all.
They catch him?
Yeah, I think they have the suspect. So
That's a plus.
that is a plus, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's sad. Sad to see somebody like that. If you haven't listened to Nipsey Hussle so far, make sure that you go check out his music. So yeah, rest in peace to Nipsey. Just wanted to say that stuff. Everything else has been going good for me otherwise. Everybody else?
I'm landing clients left and right at work.
Killing it.
Killing it. Straight killing it.
Bing bang bang.
Bing bang pow. So that's a plus. And then Alexis graduates less than a month. And has like 2 weeks left of student teaching.
Woo!
And then she's done.
Graduation is upcoming.
May 11th, I expect all of our subscribers to be there with a poster.
All 11.
Yeah, all 12. Thank you.
Matter of fact, I plan on doing like shout outs to people and stuff like that who I know listen to the podcast. So this one is going to go to Brandon B. Swago on Instagram. So we might tag you in the post, bro. He is like dang man, I hate to mess this up, but I think he is a 8th grader out of Indianapolis. He's doing a lot of really cool stuff. He randomly messages me about like articles that he's written about like doing good deeds or random stuff that he actually does for people.
That's awesome.
Like he's like proactive and
Dang.
doing good as like an 8th grader. So
Be swaggo, go you, dude.
yeah,
Honestly, that's awesome.
shout out to you, man.
I will double that.
Yeah.
I still have one more thing to tell you.
Go ahead, sorry,
Continue.
Are you
and then
ready?
we'll move on to the podcast.
Drum roll.
Continue.
I got a teaching job!
Hey,
Woo! Won't say where, but I got a teaching job, and I am totally excited, so, yeah.
That was a huge plus.
pursuing excellence, everybody.
Woo!
Everybody's taking those next steps.
Yep.
Keep going up, rising above.
Alright, let's get this podcast rolling.
All right, this podcast is about believing in yourself and how does it enhance your talent. So the first question to both of you guys would be, How does believing in yourself help you embrace your challenges?
How does believing in yourself help you embrace your challenges? So I got the belief that like your aptitude and your attitude can get you almost anywhere. Obviously, there's a lot of factors like talent, resources, and stuff like that. But
Right.
I am one of those crazy people who thinks like, hey, if you truly put your mind to something,
You can
like
do it.
you can do it. So
You can achieve anything.
So believing in yourself, yeah. Like I know I'm not gonna become an NBA player, and I'm not saying that like, oh, if I just believe
Right.
it, then it's gonna happen.
Right. Within the realm of like the extreme.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that if you believe, coupled with activation, you can like achieve pretty much anything. So I think it has a big part in what you do. Like
Yeah.
belief helps you to endure. How about that?
Yeah, that's good. I think I definitely agree, and I know that I agree with you all the time, but you make very good points. But I do definitely agree on this because I think I know that you can't do anything you set your mind to, but I think within reason and within ability, talent, and acquisition and like aptitude, you can definitely do it. Alexis?
I mean, believing is seeing.
Yeah, that's what some people say.
I know a lot of people who say that. I know that especially as a woman, I get ideas shut down a lot just because I'm a girl. For example, today on the playground. Seriously, I was...
She goes to the playground often, you guys.
Little boy, I was taking my kids out for recess, and little boy looks at me, and he was like, Miss Harris, you should race us. And I was like, oh, no, I'd beat you. Then all of a sudden, another little boy comes up, and he goes, no, you wouldn't, you're a girl. And I said, okay. I didn't get up and race him, but you know, I mean, it's hard. It's hard out there in the world because you got a lot of people who are wanting to shut you down. You are...
What does that have to do with your belief in yourself? I think the question is about your belief
My
in
belief
you.
in myself has a lot to do with other people, though.
Okay.
Reason being is because I can think one positive thing. I could think, for example, you, Leonard. You think J. Cole is the best.
And you know it now.
But I am quick to come back with something negative, correct?
Correct.
It's exactly the same with him, and it's the exact same with me.
But it does
When
not
you-
sway my belief one bit.
Okay, there are people who stand firm in their beliefs like you, and then there are people who are like me, who if I am told one good thing and 10 bad things, I will listen to those 10.
So I'm glad that we brought this up. I almost broke my chest somehow, y'all. Need to hit the treadmill a little bit more. By the way, guys, I did really good on my PT test. I had that this weekend.
Oh, yeah, how'd that go?
reserves. Yeah, sorry. Huge sidebar right now. I was going for a 15:36 on my 2-mile run, and somehow, and that's fast for me.
That
knows,
was
like,
exceptionally fast for you.
that's
Good
fast
God,
for
you're
me.
booking that.
and I hit a 14:40.
Get out of here. Leonard
I
Matthews.
think I do a mile in 15
for a
minutes.
7-minute
I have
break.
not done a mile in forever.
I'm literally I'm smiling because I'm genuinely impressed with the fact that he ran.
Yeah,
like,
Garrett knows
still.
I'm not distant.
Were you
fast,
bribing
I'm
yourself or
together.
something?
No. I was
That's
just like,
insane.
What motivated you?
I was thinking in the beginning, like, hey, I need to get a good start on this because I have a feeling that I'm going to be slow. But if I get ahead, then I'll be able to pace myself because I'm really good at pushing myself. I'll just be able to pace myself once I hit that wall, and I'll have enough time to slow down. Like, that was my thinking, which is very backwards.
Backwards.
But it worked out for me because I didn't really get tired until the very, very end.
That's nice.
So I was just pushing it the whole time. Anyway, I had this conversation coming back to our topic.
Yeah.
Coming back to this topic, I had this conversation with Kim. It was actually yesterday because we talk about a lot of entrepreneurial things that she wants to do or that I'm doing, the lifestyle that we want to live and stuff like that. And there was a topic that everybody has to deal with, and that's kind of like, hey, this is my vision. This is what I want to do. This is my lifestyle, and this is what I'm doing to get there. But not everyone's going to believe it. So let's say me and peace. I'm going to take you guys out of it for the sake of this conversation, all right? Me, I've committed to myself to this whole peace idea for way too long. Some people are like, all right, why are you doing that? Oh, he's still doing that. Or this is stupid. Why would he create this podcast? You know, like all types of things. And people make fun of you or they look down upon you because of it, whatever it is. You can say the same thing about me in tennis. I got made fun of because I played tennis. Got made fun of because I worked at Shoot 360. Got made fun of, you know, because of a lot of things in my life. But because I knew the path that I wanted to take, no one can ever sway me from that. Like,
Right.
that's the only difference is, I think, in people, Alexis, is when I have a firm belief in what I'm trying to do, you know, what my end goal is, then I chart that path. And
Right.
because I'm literally just focused on the end goal, I don't have to worry about, like, comments from the exterior unless they have made it to my goal.
What if it's somebody who's super important to you?
Unless they have made it to my goal. I had this conversation. It's funny. I had this conversation with Kim, my wife, yesterday on, like, you know, she was saying that she needs support, which is something I would assume that you need too. Like, hey, I need support in the things that I'm trying to do. And if I just had support, then I would achieve all my goals. Do you feel the same way?
Deeply.
Okay. So what I was saying to her is that, like, depending on what your goals are, if your goals are super lofty, then you have to channel an independence there. So it does not matter how much you or whoever this important person is, it does not matter how important you are to me because you cannot be with me every step of the way. There's going to be times where at work where it absolutely sucks. But there's going to be times where you want to go to bed and I have to stay up at nighttime to game plan or to build a business plan or whatever the heck it is. You can't be there to support me at all times. So if I'm depending on you or if I'm waiting on your comments or approval, I probably won't reach my goal.
Mic drop. That's how I feel right now.
So like I think that a lot of people struggle with this, and it's interesting to me just because I don't necessarily struggle with this. Of course, everybody struggles with like worrying about somebody else's
Right.
feelings and opinions, but like I know like everything I'm doing, like you can't really sway me from it because I know my end goal, and my end goal is way more important than you thinking that you have an opinion that's hurting my feelings, you know?
Right.
I agree. Okay, so then the next kind of thing kind of ties into that is why do we crave why it's like split in two. Why do we crave others to believe in us as much as we believe in us?
Alexis, do you want to answer that?
I mean, so why do we crave?
Let's just think of it as like
So why do we crave approval?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
I know I crave approval because it's not a satisfactory thing for me. I have grown up to be a people pleaser, so that's just who I am. But I have slowly, as soon as I have been growing up, not to be a people pleaser.
Do you think that's because you have been abandoned or something? Like I feel like there's typically something, whether it's later on in society
Yes.
or like from
Yeah.
childhood, like
So my parents divorced when I was 2, and until about the age of 22, I sought my mom's approval. I wanted my mom in my life more than anything in the world. I wanted a mom. I wanted to be able to do mom things. That's something a little girl wants.
Mhm.
I want my mom. And until I was about 22, I realized I can't have that. I have to, I'm tearing up right now because, I am sitting here and there's nothing more than I want for my mom to look at me and be like, I'm proud of you.
Mhm.
She's never said that. She's never said that to me. So it's, super hard because I have a half-sister who is her world, her everything, her prodigy, perfect child, and then there's me. So it makes me feel bad because I'm not a back burner type of person. I want to be a priority in your life. You know what I mean? It's hard. So once I quit looking for my mom's approval, it helped me a lot.
Mhm.
It helped me a lot mentally. I just quit caring.
Yeah.
I put so much energy.
Do you think that was good for you?
Yes.
Good for you. Obviously, it probably released you a little bit, But like, do you think that's good for you in the sense that you released your mom possibly from a priority in your life? Because that's a result of what you did.
110%. I will openly say that I have released my mom from being a priority in my life. Does it suck? Yeah, because that's my mom. I love my mom. I will always, but like that's also the type of person, and it's hard for me to say this. I'm also the type of person like, you know, at 3:00 in the morning, my mom calls me and says that she needs me. I would stop what I'm doing and I'd go and be there for my mom.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if my mom's like, "Hey, I need $500,"
it's within parameters.
like, and as bad as that sounds,
No,
you know what I mean?
It doesn't sound bad. I think we talked about this on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
So I mean, like, I have probably the two people, you know, two people who I would genuinely drop and do something for. I did it yesterday. I did it for my best friend. She needed me. And literally, I was like, all right, I'll be there. I showed up at her house. So, I also don't think you have to, for people who genuinely love you, you don't have to seek their approval.
And that's what I was going to ask. Because...
Like, I feel like as, like, friends, you and me, like, I don't feel like I have to be like, oh my gosh, I wonder if Leonard thinks that this is a good thing. I wonder, like, I know, like, as a friend, you'll be proud of me.
Yeah.
Like, if I do something dumb, you're going to be like, what are you thinking? But, like, at the same time, man, I'm so, like, you tell me all the time, you're excited for me to be, like, graduating. Like, are you ready to be done with student teaching? Like, that's your approval for me. Getting approval from him is the same where, like, I like being told I'm proud of you. Mm-hmm. I like those kinds of things. And when I don't hear it from somebody, like, I guess you could say, like, who you're in a relationship from, it's just different. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if Kim tells you that she's proud of you, do you get kind of, like, versus me being like, Leonard, I'm very proud of you. You've done a great job at work. Like, you stay past hours. Like, me saying that versus Kim being like, honey, I'm proud of you. Like, those are two, like, it makes you feel, like, some type of way.
I'm kind of messed up in the head, but for the sake of conversation, I get what you're saying, and yes.
Thanks. That just saved a lot of breath.
Yeah. Well, then, so do you think believing in yourself gives you a higher success rate than someone who looks to others?
No.
No?
Ooh. I feel like this is a great question for Alexis to ask. Since believing is seeing, or seeing is believing for her.
I like the saying where in my teaching profession I was asked the question, does practice make perfect? At first I agreed with yes. Mm-hmm. Then I was like, wait, it doesn't.
Correct.
You can practice something all you want.
Yep.
I can practice drawing a circle all day. But I'm not going to want to keep doing this circle until I see improvement. Until I see myself gradually getting there. Well, if you don't see yourself, like, gradually improving, it's like with kids. It's when they go to read a book, for example. If I have a kid who's reading a book to me, and they come to a word like the word something, that's a difficult word for some kids. Mm-hmm. If they get to a word, I've watched a kid completely shut down, take the book, throw it, and he's done. Doesn't want to read, he gives up, cries, everything. And that's when me as a teacher, I look at him and I'm like, you gotta realize you read so much in this book. Good. I am incredibly proud of you. Yep. I did that with the little boy. So books are leveled from A to Z. Z's like multi-Harry Potter chapter books. A's are like the cat is fast kind of book. Mm-hmm. He was on a level B book, and it was called Zoom. And that was a level C book. He is on now level G, and that was less than 3 weeks ago.
Dang, that's cool.
And that's because I got him to read it with me.
I think the point that you said, I forget the exact question, it was something about belief making people successful. Mm-hmm. At first, I was going to say a hard yes. Belief, like people who believe are going to be more successful because you first have to start with, hey, this is possible.
Right.
And that's what belief is.
You have to have a goal.
I don't even want to call it a goal.
Okay.
I would say more so of a dream. And I know that's like super fluffy, but
Right.
like specifically like it has to be a dream or an idea that it's possible. Not even a goal. You know, a goal is like super concrete and like, hey, this is it. A dream is like, hey, there's some fantasy idea that this is possible. But then you made the point on like, hey, like if you get a kid to this point and then he struggles, you can show him, hey, you've made it all the way this far. Like it's possible to go farther. This is just like one bump in the road.
You treat it like I guess, in a way, and I hate comparing it this way, but to a board game. Everybody's got to start off at the same place.
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, like, in a board game, like, so I'm imagining the game Sorry right now.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got to start at home, right? Not like actual home, but like that's where you start.
Yeah.
You got to get out. You got to make your way around the board,
Mm-hmm.
and then get to your safe zone, and then to your safe spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, of course you're gonna have people who get sorry cards who are gonna knock you back, and you're gonna have to start back all over. That's how kids are.
Yeah.
That's how us as humans are.
Yep.
If you fail something at work, you're like, oh my god, like I don't know about y'all, but I'm like, I'm a complete failure.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I was there on Friday.
You get defeated. You truly get defeated.
Yeah.
And it's upsetting. But then you have those people, like us as a like crew team, like you have us to be like, no, like look where you are today. Like you used to be Leonard at Shoot 360. Now you're at Leonard at Sixter, who's got his own like signature. If you don't know what Sixter is, go look it up because I had to.
Yeah, but no, that's a really good point.
Garrett?
A really good point. And I'll stay on that real quick. I do this a lot in my fitness stuff because I literally start with a lot of people who are like at this spot where they feel like they're stuck. They feel like they can't accomplish anything. They can't see the goal. They see the idea, but it's more so on like Instagram.
Did you just break our chair?
This mug had already been broken.
No.
No, it's been broken already.
Garrett, don't tell him that.
That's-
I want him to think that he has to buy us a new chair.
They set me up, yo.
So we got a table and chairs from Goodwill, and without realizing it, Leonard sat in the already broke
That's
chair.
messed up. They set me up, y'all. And anyway, I do this a lot with people in fitness on like taking them from a spot where they have the idea on Instagram. It's not physically them. It's probably somebody else that they're saying like, oh yeah, I want to be like her. Or I want to be like him. But you take them through these phases like, hey, like we've gotten to this far. It's just a small bump in the road.
Yeah, let's keep going.
If you can do this, then you can do this too. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just a new starting point. So
I can do anything. How's that song go? I can do anything better than you. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. I'll post a link to
Anyway.
it. You're welcome.
I'm not sure on that.
Y'all know what song I'm talking about.
No, I agree. I think that's definitely a big thing. I thought it was interesting that, like, what was it? It was people believing in yourself or people believing in you, like, releases dopamines in your brain. That's, like, equivalent to success. So whether or not...
That's interesting.
Yeah, so whether or not you believe in yourself or, like, Kim or Alexis told you that, hey, I'm proud of you, you did a really good job. It's just this trigger in your brain that already emits.
But let's not get caught up on that, though. I have a thing about people getting releasing endorphins because of people saying stuff.
Yes, it's just a fun little tidbit. It's not. You definitely don't want to go off of those things because that could be bad, depending on that. But
yeah,
no, I think we all had good points. That's really all I had.
that's all we got for this week, y'all.
Yeah.
About to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I got no dad jokes.
Hey, that's a good.
Yay!
Podcast.
This is probably the best
Oh,
podcast ever.
wait. Yeah, but she only has it at the end of the month, so we still got.
Oh, don't worry. You get 3.
Yeah, we still have what two more weeks, 1 more week.
It doesn't matter. Dad
Regardless,
jokes are
we don't have dad jokes this week. So thanks for listening. Hope y'all gained some knowledge and insight from us. Go hit that subscribe button. Share with
a friend. For real, y'all. Share this with a friend. We're about to do some really cool stuff. Do some contests. But we will not do it unless you share it with a friend. So
Correct. We
Like
want
some
y'all
free
to-
stuff. We're talking free.
Free, or some opportunities.
Yeah.
Like some big events that we got coming up.
Correct. Which we will talk about the closer that comes time. So stay listening. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe. And like always, make the people
Because the people
Make
make
the
the movement.
Peace.
In the name of